Welcome back, Three Putters. Nate here with That's Puttable. Mark behind the camera today. Today we're going to be doing some DIY golf. We're going to be building a hitting mat. That way you can get your practice in at home, either in your garage like I do, in your backyard, at your office, wherever you want. Because the key to improving is getting your hits in as much as possible. And we can't go to the range every day. That's just, not feasible. So there are options out there like this one I got from Walmart. This is $40. It's a pretty nice mat, but honestly, I wouldn't want to do much more than chip off of it. I'm not, consistent enough to be taking big swings off of this guy and hitting into a net. So instead, what I'm going to do is build this mat. I found the original video I found built by Mason on YouTube. I'll go ahead and link that in the description of this video. But we got a mat here. This is a anti-fatigue mat. It's $20 from Home Depot. Then we got this roll of turf. This is 6 feet by 8 feet, and it is also $20 from Home Depot. Mat this size, which is 3 feet by 4 feet, is going to run you like $120 at pretty much any store you buy it at. So realistically, we're only $40 into it, and it's the same we get for this little guy. So you'll need a caulk gun as well with some kind of glue in there. This is some Gorilla Glue, but you can get liquid nails or anything you want. It's a lot cheaper. And then I got this bag of plastic tees like you'd find at a range for $11 off of Amazon. Other than that, you'll need a utility knife to cut this or some scissors, and then a marker or something to mark with so you can make sure you get your cuts right. So let's go ahead and jump into this, and we'll show you how to put it all together. All right, so right now we're just gonna use our utility knife and get this plastic off here so we can roll this guy out. All right, so roll this out. We've got plenty of this turf. We've got more plans for this in the future for another build. That'll probably be our next DIY. So you want to get this as accurate as possible so you don't have hangover. So what I'm going to do is put this mat and use these kind of factory corners that are nice and straight, that I know are straight. And get this as perfect as I can. That way I only have to cut two sides of this. So you get all lined up. And then just trace the outside. You can measure it if you wanted to. Honestly, I think it's easier just to do this and make sure you get the perfect amount that you want on there. So after that, just take my utility knife, cut along the edge, and I have my perfect piece that I can glue to the other side of this. Get your caulk gun out and just spread your caulk out literally on this. We're all mature here. So you want to put out, are you kidding me? Hopefully you got this working correctly. Stop. Alright, so word to the wise, when you do this glue, I would get some gloves, because it does not come off easy. So we got our glue spread out. I'm going to roll it up, kind of match it nice and even, and then I'll slowly unroll it. Watching my sides, making sure it all goes on nice and smooth. It's like if you were putting a sticker on your car or something. No air bubbles. And now all we gotta do, once we get it all nice and undone, leave it flat. let it dry. If you got something big you can put over, like a, I don't know, like a folding table or something, so it's even pressure all over it. You don't want to put like a plate on it because that'll leave a deformity in it. Put something even pressure to help that seat to that glue into your mat. And we just let it dry. We'll come back for the last little part. All right, so now that we got our mat and our turf glued together and it's dried, we're gonna go ahead and prep to cut a hole for our tees. So what you do is get one of your tees out. All right, we're gonna put it upside down on the bottom side of the mat, a few inches from this from one of the ends. Okay, whatever you're comfortable with hitting it. Take your Sharpie or whatever you're using to mark, and then draw all around it so you know where to cut out. Perfect. So then what we'll do is take our utility knife and very carefully cut out a hole through the mat and through the turf. Alright, now that our hole's cut out, go ahead and you can lift your mat, slide your tee through. We got our net set up here in my garage. And Mark wants to bring it in close so you can kind of see that all I did was I set some hooks up, and I got those just for a few bucks from your local hardware store, and looped in my net. This is a $20 net from Walmart. Came to be able to go in your backyard, but I have a tiny backyard, so I just repurposed it for this. So now that my mat is done and usable, I'm gonna have my tee in. Just go ahead and get a ball. And we'll go ahead and hit off of it. Got my gold vise, and just come over here. Pick whatever club you want to use that you want to hit long off of. Yeah, that'll do. That's potable.